welcome to Win Over Depression, your beacon of hope in the realm of mental health. I am your host, Tamara Trotter. I am your companion on the journey to reclaiming joy and resilience. In this podcast, we'll unravel the vital importance of managing your well-being amidst life's challenges. From practical strategies to uplifting stories and expert advice, each episode is a roadmap to cultivating mental wellness and overcoming the grip of depression. Whether you are seeking solace for yourself or supporting a friend, here you will find the tools and inspiration to navigate the complexities of emotional health. Join me as we embark on a transformative quest to prioritize self-care, resilience, and the triumph of the human spirit. Let's together redefine the narrative of depression and embrace a life of purpose and fulfillment. Today, we'll be talking about determination. So what is determination? Determination is the resolve or commitment to persevere despite the challenges and obstacles posed by a condition. It is the ability to set goals and take consistent action toward achieving them, even in the face of overwhelming feelings of sadness, hopelessness, or despair. During this episode, I'd like for you to think about how determined you are to turn things around and to get to that place where you feel that you are starting to live up to your truest and fullest potential. When we are determined, it is crucial that we decide that no matter what, we are going to continue to put one foot in front of the other, even if we have a setback. When you have a determined spirit, you believe that you have a sense of purpose and direction, which can help counteract the feelings you may have of aimlessness and emptiness, which is often associated with depression. When you have goals toward giving life meaning, it can instill a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Even when you are not feeling well and not up to performing a certain task, when you decide that you are determined to get part of whatever you've set out to achieve done, then you really feel a sense of accomplishment when you actually succeeded in something that you were determined to do despite your feelings. When you are determined, you have resilience, because depression can make even the simplest task feel daunting. But determination acts as a buffer against setbacks and failures, helping us to bounce back from adversity and continue moving forward despite setbacks. But we all know that every setback is a setup for a comeback. So when we remember that and remind ourselves, it's the inner strength that allows us to persist in the face of challenges. So I want you to think about, what is something that you have been determined to do or to achieve, but you have yet to make the first step or make a plan to get it done. What is the first step? Take a moment, write it down, and write down 3 ways that you can accomplish that first step. Because when you feel self-empowerment, you have the ability to take over what seems like a loss of direction in your life, because it gives you the ability to control what you feel may sometimes seem as if it's uncontrollable. And this sense of urgency can be incredibly empowering for someone struggling with depression. We also know that determination absolutely nurtures hope, the belief that things can get better and that efforts to improve our situation is worthwhile. Hope is really a powerful antidote to despair and can provide the motivation that's needed to keep going, even when the future seems bleak. Sometimes our self-esteem takes a hit when we suffer from depression because we just don't feel like we are in a place of control. Because even though I may be determined to do something, you may be determined to do something, oftentimes our feelings, our mood, and even our energy keep us from getting it done. And that's why a lot of times we are working when we are exhausted and we are feeling like we can't keep going, but it's the determination that says to us, I may be tired, but when I lay my head down to go to sleep at night, I will feel much better knowing that I have accomplished something during the day. Determination truly acts as a guiding force that helps us with depression. It helps us to navigate challenges that this condition faces, and it gives us a look to the future, one that is bright and shiny. I want you to remember that it is difficult for those of us who suffer with depression to really achieve some goals because our mind is telling us so many negative things that it's hard for us to really feel like we can accomplish something. And that's why when we talk about how important our mindset is, it reminds us that whatever we believe in our heart and in our mind is going to have an effect on our overall ability to get things done. If we don't believe that we have the ability to achieve something, it's very difficult, even when we know what steps to take. If we haven't yet taken the steps and we haven't yet decided beyond a shadow of a doubt that we're going to get this done, then our thoughts can override our heart. And so I want you to just remember that where it's important for us to guard our heart, sometimes our heart gets in the way of our ability to achieve certain things that we desire, because our heart may not be enough. We have to have the action behind our heart to desire in order to achieve and accomplish what we want to do in this life. So just know that we are already compromised because we suffer with the mental illness. And every single day, we have to be determined to face the day, to get something done, to make sure that we're doing some chores or working or taking care of our kids or cooking dinner or whatever it is. And it gets overwhelming. But give yourself some grace, knowing that when you do accomplish something, it is a huge task. It is a huge accomplishment, especially when you weren't up to it to begin with. So give yourself some grace. And even though your determination to set a goal may be very high, don't beat yourself up about it if it takes you longer to get to it and to actually begin. Because when you suffer with the mental illness, you have to be in it for the long haul. And in it for the long haul means that it may take you longer, and that's okay, because many of us face something that a large portion of the world do not face, which is rising to the occasion, figuring how to motivate ourselves, getting out of bed, taking a shower, and being productive. So do not let yourself feel bad about not being able to accomplish every single thing that you set out in a day. But if you just spend 15 minutes every single day accomplishing something, you would be very surprised at how far you can go in achieving something that you've set out to do. Remember how important it is to take advantage of the small wins and to celebrate the small wins, because each 15 minutes a day that you spend on a chore can make a significant difference when you are suffering with an episode of depression. It provides routine and structure. It actually is considered physical activity that can boost your mood. And it is also a distraction from negative thoughts. Remember, depression often involves rumination and negative thought patterns. So while you are engaging in chores, it serves as a healthy distraction that is redirecting attention away from the distressing thoughts and focusing on the task at hand. Now, this shift can provide temporary relief from depressive symptoms and promote a more balanced perspective. It will also help to give you momentum so that once you start the 15 minutes, you may all of a sudden be energized to do 15 minutes more. Now you have doubled the goal, and I know you'll be feeling good about the 30 minutes that you were able to do something positive and get some work done. So whatever you can do in small increments are going to really, over time, help to improve your environment. Because guess what? A cluttered or messy environment can exacerbate feelings of depression and anxiety. So if you just spend 15 minutes every day tidying up and decluttering and making your living space a little more organized, it is going to have a positive impact on your mood and overall well-being. So please remember, just dedicate a short amount of time each day to do some chores, and it might seem insignificant, but I guarantee that the cumulative effect will be profound. And you will find that by taking a small, manageable step towards self-care and creating a sense of momentum and progress is going to make you feel better. And if you are just feeling a little better, that's progress. If you are just able to, for 1 hour, not have those negative feelings coming through your mind, the next day, you can build on that hour until before you know it, you are no longer following through with believing the negative feelings and patterns that come into your mind. So I encourage you to be determined every single day to do 15 minutes around your house, maybe cleaning out your car, maybe cleaning out your refrigerator or cleaning the bathroom. Whatever it is, it's going to make you feel better. And I encourage you to remember that even though you suffer with a mental illness, you are not your mental illness, and you are a valuable person who has something very special to offer to the world, to contribute to society. and to make life much better for another person. I never want to end my podcast without thanking you so very much for listening. Would you go to my TikTok channel called Win Over Depression? There are wonderful videos there, and you can also subscribe. Remember, Win Over Depression can be found on Pinterest at TT Mental Health Expert. You can also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also go to the Facebook group Win Over Depression and become a part of the Win Over Depression community. I thank you so very much for listening, and I will see you next time on Win Over Depression. Remember, stay in the game of life. Your life is worth living. And remember, if you are contemplating suicide, you are going to be missed by your family and your friends. And that, my friend, is only passing on the pain that you're experiencing onto someone else. They will miss you. They won't understand. Please call your accountability partner. Please go back and listen to as many episodes of Win Over Depression to get you back to a better place and space. I will see you next time. Keep the faith.